Hello my beautiful people, welcome to a new YouTube video. Today we're going to talk about the 10 commandments that God gave Moses. There may be people who don't know about the 10 commandments, but there's also people who know the 10 commandments but don't know what they mean. You know what I mean? Today we're going to talk about these 10 commandments, and I'm going to try to explain what each one of these commandments are. Hopefully this video is helpful for you. Okay, so what are the 10 commandments? The 10 commandments are laws that God gave Moses on Mount Sinai. I'm gonna say Sinai, I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. He gave them to show his holiness, to guide his people, and to reveal the sins. Okay, the first one is, you shall not put any other gods before me. Now this means that we have to put God first no matter what, or we have to put him first before anything or anyone. Remember, if we put God first before anything or anyone, then we have won everything in life. Because remember, God is life. Keep it in mind. Number 2 is, you should not make yourself a great image. This forbids idolatry, meaning that worshipping anything other than God, that's idolatry. For example, putting social media, an idol doesn't mean that it has to be a statue or person. It could also be social media, fame, etc. Whatever the thing is that you're putting first before God, that is idolatry. Number 3 is, you shall not put God's name in vain. Remember, God's name is holy and should be treated with respect. So, avoid using his name in arguments or when you're feeling angry. Just avoid using God's name in vain. For example, if you're arguing with someone and you just simply get so mad that you just say, "Oh my God," that's a sin. You're putting God's name in vain. You're putting God's name in an argument, which should not be like that. Just no, don't do it. Number 4 is, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. This means that keep aside the 7th day and keep it as a worship and rest day. So why should we do this? Is because, as we all know, God created earth in 6 days, and the 7th day he rested. So in the 7th day he rested, and that is the day where we worship God the most. Like Sunday, we go to church, and Number 5, and I think this is like the most difficult one, is honor your father and your mother. Now this means that you should respect and obey your parents. And I know that this one is a difficult one. This commandment is a difficult one because I know that obeying your parents is hard. I know, because trust me. When I first read this commandment, I was like, those days when you're feeling lazy and they tell you to go take the tortillas and you're just like, I don't want to. This commandment is saying, obey your parents and respect them. Talking about respect, I know that there are people that disrespect their parents by saying disrespectful things about their parents. Just don't do that. Don't do that. That's a sin. But also remember, respecting and obeying will lead you to a blessed life. Okay, we're gonna go to the 6th one, which is, it's, you shall not murder. You should not take another person's life. This one protects the sanctity of life, meaning that you should not kill anyone. It forbids unjust killing. Whether it's through violence, whether it's through revenge, whatever it is, you should not kill anyone. Number 7 is, you should not commit adultery. This commandment calls for faithfulness in marriage and sexual purity. Now, this sentence extends to any type of sexual things, you would call it. For example, if you see a woman walking on the streets and you look at her body and think like sexual desire, that's a sin, because you're looking at a woman and thinking sexual things. That's adultery. Never commit that sin. Number 8 is, you should not steal. It prohibits basically taking anything that doesn't belong to you. For example, it could be money, property, or taking credit for something that isn't yours and is someone else's work. That's stealing. You're stealing something that doesn't belong to you. And is, you should not bear false witness against your neighbor. Okay, this one I know that a lot of people commit this sin, and is exactly. This commandment forbids lying or gossiping about some other people. For example, I used to be someone who used to gossip a lot, and when I first read this commandment, I was like, this is gonna be hard to stop. Exactly, this commandment is talking about how we should not be lying or gossiping about any other people, especially if it harms them. The last one, number 10, is you should not covet. Coveting means you're desiring something that belongs to someone else. This commandment warns against jealousy, greed, and discontentments. Do you see it like that? Discontentment. I don't know, but whatever. And this one also is teaching us to be grateful for what we have, for what God has given us. Just don't be jealous. Remember, be grateful for what you have, what God has given you. Be always grateful, as that is good. This video is coming to an end. Thank you so much for watching. I am so thankful. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And if this video has helped you, or if you have any questions, you could just leave it down below. If I've said anything wrong, you can just correct me by commenting down below. I'll try to read them all. And yeah, remember, God's love overcoming and restoring you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. God bless you all.